Hey guys, and welcome back to the Aaliyah.Symone podcast. It's your girl Aaliyah.Symone here to talk to you today about soft skills. And first, let's actually define soft skills, which by definition, by Google, Mr. Google done said that soft skills are personal attributes that enable someone to interact effectively and harmoniously with other people. Um, in regards of some examples of soft skills, again, I looked up on Google, and Google has said that some 7 essential soft skills are teamwork, problem solving, communication, adaptability, critical thinking, time management, and interpersonal. I'm thinking interpersonal relationships when I read that. Um, but yeah, I would honestly say that soft skills are a little underrated right now. And by I mean, when I say a little, I actually mean a lot because I've been in the workforce for about, I would say 7 years now. I've worked for different companies in regards of like actually working. And when it comes to the soft skills that I just mentioned just now, just these 7, I can tell you how just those soft skills alone can really make or break a work day or your shift or a time, a deadline or whatnot. And when I say that it can make or break, it really does, because these are skills that I can't necessarily say can be taught. I think they can be practiced for sure. To be taught, that's definitely another thing. But for example, one of the best ones I see on here in regards of soft skills, there's actually 2. One that I feel like is really good, and the other one I know is something I need to work on. One I see on here is adaptability, and I actually think that is such an important soft skill that I feel like I don't want to say we lack anywhere. Like, I'm not going to say we lack or I lack, whatnot. I do think we need to improve on adaptability, regardless of where you're at. And I feel like these soft skills can also be played out into your personal lives and not just in your work life. So being able to adapt to certain situations or scenarios. Just think about, I'm trying to think like doctors, nurses, people who actually work in like, ICU or something like that, an emergency room. They have to be extremely adaptable because they don't know what they're going to be faced with or be thrown. They are literally in the intensive care unit. This is an emergency, and so emergencies can be anything, really. So you have to be adaptable. You cannot be so succumbed into your own space or to your own, I guess, like your own little rabbit hole or something. You got to get used to like getting outside of that rabbit hole and being able to adapt in different search situations, or scenarios, because I really think you help protect yourself, especially when it comes to like character and then like how you react to things when you are able to be adaptable. One of the soft skills that was mentioned in here, that I feel like I wouldn't say I struggle 100%. I just know I need to work on is time management. I would say that in regards to like time management, it's kind of too easy to be late. It's too easy to be late. So I feel like time management obviously relates into like not procrastinating. Obviously, it has to be improved on so you get things done on time, or shoot, even early, so you can do other things that you do want to do, right? So I actually feel like when it comes to soft skills, they're a little bit more important than hard skills. And honestly, let me not say more important. Let's actually see what hard skills are, even though this podcast is about soft skills, because I wanted to talk about the importance of these skills that aren't really it's weird. Like, you can put these type of skills on a resume, and obviously employers can ask, are you able to work in a team? Are you good at problem solving? Yeah, they can ask those questions, but how likely are you going to put that on your resume, or how likely are you going to pitch that to somebody? You obviously can. I know I have in the past, but yeah, with hard skills, that's what I thought. It's essentially like doing specific duties or tasks, like a hard skill, being a medical doctor, a soft skill, being adaptable to be having adaptability so you can become a doctor in an intensive care unit, right? So obviously the hard skill of actually achieving doctor status is the hard skill and being a very specific skill. But what if you had a doctor that, they're highly intelligent, and they have their doctoral credentials to be a medical doctor, because we're only talking about actual health type of doctors, not any type of doctoral degree. What if that doctor was terrible with time management, and he has to do open heart surgery in a matter of time, or has to be very specific on how long he takes to do a specific task, or what if communication was very off, and amongst the doctor, between the nurses, their communication so off that unfortunately something bad happens because there was miscommunication or no communication at all, to where it really makes the shift, or it makes the work day like fail, or not work as effectively as it can. So I actually feel like soft skills are a little underrated, and I think that it's something that we all should work on. And I could give y'all maybe my top 3 soft skills I would personally like to work on, which I've already said one of them was time management. I would say the next one for me, definitely communication. I might have to look up what interpersonal means. So interpersonal is more of like social skills. Like, a social skill is any competence facilitating interaction and communication with others, where social rules and relations are communicated and changed in verbal and nonverbal ways. So what interpersonal skills mean? Interpersonal skills are the behaviors and tactics a person uses to interact with others effectively. Okay. So yeah, I would actually say time management, communication, and interpersonal are things that are soft skills I would like to work on. Just because I know I had issues in the past, and low-key still today, because I ain't even gonna mention how I was 3 minutes late to work today. But yeah, no, time management, I think it's actually very important to incorporate and actually practice in learning and getting more better and being more effectively better with managing your time, because I notice on the days where I'm really on top of it, I'm actually getting things done on time, or maybe even a little bit earlier. I actually have more time in my day to enjoy for my own self, instead of focusing this time on things that I have to do, because I can't not do it. But because I was either procrastinating so much, or my time management was just off, now I have to spend even more time getting it done. And that's not something I would like to do, or I would want to do, but it's something that you have to deal with as a consequence when you do have poor time management skills. And specifically with communication, I notice with me, I feel like I can communicate effectively, but I notice how interactions in my own work life, or even own personal life, might have some miscommunication issues, or maybe there wasn't something I completely said. And in relating that to interpersonal, that nonverbal and verbal communication that I guess I would make sure that I'm interacting with people effectively, so we're both on the same common ground, level field, we're on the same page. Because I have been in situations where it does get frustrating when communication isn't really there, or the communication isn't effective, or the way that we interact was just not positive in a work environment. So I would say soft skills are definitely underrated, in that there's something that, yeah, we should definitely try to work on and improve as a whole.